Y'all see the vibes. No, it's been a minute, man. What's going down? What's going down? I know it's been a minute. As y'all come in, do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Appreciate y'all from even tapping in. You know what I mean? I appreciate you from tapping in. It's much appreciated. Make sure you share. It's gonna be a deep conversation today. So if you looking for something else, then you probably don't want to be here. Just give you a heads up. Appreciate you from tapping in though, for sure. Yeah, hit that like button. Appreciate it, Ryan. Hit that like button for me. Yo, hit that like button, y'all. Appreciate it. It's been a minute. What's going down? What's going down? Y'all can hear me? Let me make sure. What's going down? Y'all can hear me? Let me make sure. Y'all make sure. Y'all can hear me? Let me make sure. Y'all make sure. Hold on, y'all. Yo, what's going down? Okay, I see you. So I just want to talk to y'all. What's going down, Black Boy? But I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick. It's a deep conversation. I know it's been a minute. If you know, you know. Sometimes we just gotta give ourselves some me time, a break away from certain things or whatever like that. And this is one of those cases. You know what I mean? This is one of those cases where it's just been some me time. I've been in a strange mental space lately. For those who know what's going down, appreciate you tapping in. For those who know, appreciate it. For those who know, yeah, I always encourage people to take mental breaks, and I just so happen to have to take one myself. Like I said, I've been in a bad, weird space in my life lately. And maybe one of y'all can help me out. I don't know if y'all don't mind. This is a real conversation. All you do? That's crazy. Well, I love you, so it don't matter to me. I'm about to be 34 next Wednesday. I'll be 34. Nah, you good. Next Wednesday, I'll be 34. And God has been really testing me lately. Like I said, if you ain't trying to hear the deep conversation or, give me some tips or advice, you welcome to leave like the rest of them just did. What's going down, Soso Squad? Appreciate y'all tapping in. It's a deep conversation. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just been in a weird space, y'all. And like I said, I'm open all ears. You know, I'll be 24 next Wednesday. And God has really been testing me. You know, it, I hope I hope I never come off, and I hope I never come off those who familiar with me to Derrick think he got all the answers, because I don't. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I don't. You know what I mean? I'm never gonna tell y'all nothing that I haven't been through. You know what I mean? I always speak on things that I have been through. That's why I feel like I'm qualified to speak on certain things. But just because we speak on certain things don't mean we know. Um, God been really testing me. You know, I say it all the time and time again, that you got to be careful what you say with your tongue, because the power of the tongue is real. Appreciate you tapping in, Squad. Y'all make sure y'all share. To be honest with you, I was born Christian, but I'm Muslim now. So yes, I've been there. But I don't know. I just been in a, you know, I love God all the way around. I'm not, it's a no judgment zone. I don't care what religion you in, or I mean follow. I love you either way. Yeah, it does, bro. It does. It definitely does. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. For sure. I appreciate that, man. I'm definitely gonna start doing that. You know how you want something so bad and you've been fighting for it for so long, and it's like, that's true. That's true. I love everybody. You know what I mean? I love everybody. You want something so bad, you know, like I say, man, you want something so bad, and it's like everything you do in your life is like you don't succeed in it, you know, and that's the space that I'm in right now. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Um, I'm in a weird space, you know. I'm a 34-year-old. I'll be 34, God willing, next Wednesday. And I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out. You know what I mean? I'm still trying to figure a lot of things out. Um, I've been on my own doing a lot of things at a young age, and sometimes sometimes it's so hard to do the right thing sometimes, because it's easier. You know, I say this all the time. If you want to know somebody who has the biggest sense of humor of all times, just talk to God. I mean, the God will show you his sense of humor with life. You know what I mean? Sometimes I just sit back and I just laugh and smile. And then there's other times where I'm not gonna lie, I just be like, what's going on? You know what I mean? I'm in that space right now. That breathing technique, I appreciate that. That breathing technique, I appreciate that for sure. I appreciate that. I'm definitely going to, sometimes it's hard though, bro. It's hard because you try to be, you know, God put put so much, bro. It's like the more I try to be a good person, the harder my life gets. It seems like the more I put in, the more effort I put in to try to be a good person, my life get harder and harder. And I'm not one to complain, because like I said, I've been doing a lot by myself. No, it's all good. I appreciate it, Jay. No, I fight hate with love, man. You know what I mean? I fight hate with love. I got a lot of people who troll, but I know they love me because I see them all the time. I hope so. You know, it's been a long time since I had broke down and gave myself freedom to let go of a lot of emotions than I did recently. I don't know how I felt because like I said, it's a weird. I let it go. I talked to God. I was in the shower. I was just, I know it's TMI, but I just was taking a hot shower after work, and I just let it go. I broke down by myself. Like I said, it's hard. It's hard out here. Um, it, that's fact. No good deed. It definitely, but it's hard. Sometimes it's like, God, please, can I get a break? Can I get a break, God? You know what I mean? Like, it be so hard, and it's sometimes, that's why I say, man, that I mean, if you listen, I would talk about religion. I appreciate it, but I feel like it's all the same. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we worship God. Um, that's a fact. I try, y'all. I try so hard. You know what I mean? In the shower because I can't. I don't. It happened. It so happened there because I was by myself. You know what I mean? I got a lot of kids. You know what I mean? I got a big family of my own, so I really don't got time for myself or be having time for myself. And I'm not complaining. You know what I mean? I created these babies, and I'm definitely taking care of mine. You know what I mean? So God is definitely good to me. I ain't had nobody to look up to. I ain't had nobody to look up to. I took bits and pieces of people that I met and applied those things to my life, and by the grace of God, it didn't do me any wrong. You know what I mean? It didn't do no wrong for me. Um, I just took bits and pieces, and it was majority of the time it was always an act of, I seen somebody doing some kind things, or I liked this about somebody because of this, and I just applied that to my life. I ain't really had nobody, you know what I mean? Of course, I had my mother. My mother is beautiful, man. She did, did the best she can. You know what I mean? And I respect her for that as a single woman. Do I do drugs? No. I don't know. Yeah, for sure. Because you don't have nobody to look up to, so it was never nothing bad. I knew for a fact that I wasn't gonna ever, because I've been around it. You know what I mean? I've been around a lot of bad. So I knew what that looked like, by the grace of God. So I just took things that I seen in certain individuals, like, oh, he did this. Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something. A shout out to my high school teacher. He used to always, it was a history teacher of mine, Mr. Thomas. Dope brother. Hopefully if he see this, he don't mind me saying that. But if you know, you know. But he used to make certain jokes, but every joke I used to pay attention to everything because that brother inspired me with a lot of things in life. And I still remember sitting in the classroom and I told him that his life need a movie to it. His story need to be told. And if God ever blessed me with the opportunity to be able to place certain individuals, him in particular, in that, and able, he able to let me tell his story, I would. You know what I mean? If I could fund it, I definitely would. I think it's a story that everybody needs to hear. But just like you know, he used to share certain things or whatever, and I used to apply those things to my life. It was always jokes. It was always jokes, but it was truth to every joke that he made for sure. You know what I mean? And it meant a lot. He was teaching us a lot of lessons, and I just took a lot of those things and applied to that. Yeah, go ahead, ask any question. I'm an open book. So yeah, it's just the simplest things. Like he used to make jokes and be like, man, he made some joke. I don't remember exactly what it was, and it was about a certain type of deodorant. And guess what? I've been using that type of deodorant ever since I heard that joke that he made, but it made a lot of sense. You know what I mean? I just applied that to myself. Death Row is crazy. Nah, this Death Row the record label, bro. This is nothing, bro. Like people don't understand. Snoop is changing that whole thing, the whole ideology, what people thought Death Row used to be, into something else. Very much inspiring, very much a lovable thing because he was a part of that once upon a time. So I feel like that's dope. You just probably know where you stand. Don't necessarily mean you dating. I wouldn't say that unless those words come out. um, yeah, that's what I say. I mean, unless it's like, you know, just because you attracted to somebody or think somebody look nice or whatever, don't mean necessarily you dating somebody. Sure, go ahead, go for it. But yeah, y'all, you know, like I said, I like that. But yeah, I just been in a weird space, and I wanted to come on here and share it with y'all because, you know, I was looking for some solid advice, and I got someone gave me some for sure. That's not true. That's not true. Listen, God has been great to me. Allah has been great to me. Allah means God for those who don't know. Allah has been great to me, for me. You know what I mean? Um, Absolutely, T Bird. That's what it's all about. That's why I built this whole thing about, so we can all talk about this. That's a fact. That's a fact. But I've been there. I've been there. I've been there. And there's a difference in my life. Not saying, hey, I'm not never telling nobody to this, you know what I mean? Peace be upon you, T Bird. Appreciate the love. Um, I'm not saying I respect all religions, you know what I mean? But it just, you know, like I said, you know, it was something different about the Islam religion and culture and all that. So that's what really drove me to everything. And like I said, Allah been great for me. You know what I mean? I love everybody. Believe in what you believe in. I'm not judging nobody. And at the end of the day, no matter how we sum it up, when we gone, that's when we really find out the truth. You know what I mean? When we no longer here. So, yeah. And this religion, being a Muslim, was never forced upon me. You know what I mean? I was born a Christian and became a Muslim by taking my Shahada. That was never forced. I was around a lot of Muslims and never was forced, never was talked. I was always asking questions, and that's why I became Muslim. You know what I mean? And like I said, man, at the end of the day, we all serving God. We all love God, and that's what matters the most. Oh, for sure, 100%. Oh, for sure. Study the Bible and Quran. For sure, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's not. It's not. It's a lot of peace, and that's what I felt. You know what I mean? That's why I became Muslim, because it was a lot of peace. When I was a Christian, and I don't want to make this a big thing, y'all, please. But when I was a Christian, I knew God was real. I knew it was, you know what I mean? I felt the presence or whatever, but it wasn't all the way there. When I became Muslim and I took my Shahada, it was something different. You know what I mean? And I felt it through my whole entire body. So, and I never being a Christian, going to church faithfully, saying the prayers that was given, taught to me by my mother and all that. Not saying those things didn't work, but I never felt what everybody felt. And I always felt um out of place, sort of, you know what I mean? But when I step into the holy temple, it's different. It's welcome arms. You can come as you like. It's it's just different. You know what I mean? Like I said, it was never forced upon me neither. I was born a Christian and reborn a Muslim. Or I don't know if you call it reborn, but reminded rather for me that I'm a Muslim man. And I always have. I never liked the pork and all the other stuff that comes with. Like, it was all easy for me. I felt like I belonged finally. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I mean we ain't gotta do all that. We love each other, man. At the end of the day, we accept Muslims, we accept those who, hey, believe what you want to believe. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna force nothing on you. I don't want you to force nothing on me. Oh, for sure. For sure. No, I got, this is good conversation, but what my thing is, T-Bird, is that at the end of the day, we just all need to be reminded that to love each other, try not to place judgment upon each other so quick, and life will be so easy. I do like like a lot of things that God have blessed me with, a lot of things that Allah has blessed me with, bro. All we gotta do is worship God, bro. Like I said, I'm not judging. You believe what you want to believe. But all you got to do is understand that God is real and God is very, very present in your life. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all. The only way, the only way is showing good, is being good. I'm not saying being perfect. A lot of people get being good and being perfect is two different things, because there is no such thing as a perfect person. I don't care how you want to sum it up. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even exist. No matter how hard you try. I do believe that we are all made have a piece of God in us, each and every one of us, whether it's the sense of humor, whether it's the humanity or whatever it may be, each and every one of us have a identity of God. And I mean, that's what I feel. Like I said, I always felt like that. So I don't judge nobody, man. It's not hard not to judge nobody. It's easy to love people. Like this how I am. I don't like raise only people I raise my voice at is my kids, my boys, because they be tripping. Other than that, I don't really raise my voice or none of that, bro. Like I'm not that type of person, bro. Like this is who I am. And God has blessed me with a lot of opportunities. Like I said, people even thought I was lying about talking to Snoop Dogg. Is crazy. Like, like I'm an overly grown man. I'm on this platform lying about that. It's crazy. But um, God has blessed me, and all I did is just believe in God. You know what I mean? So I'm very aware of my blessings that I have in life. Sometimes I'm like I said, I'm just in a weird space. I don't know what it is. It's not I don't think it's a spiritual thing. I just think that I say a lot. I say a lot and I hold myself to a certain standard. And God been testing me and seeing if I'm gonna hold what I say. All right, okay, you say this. You say you this person. Let me see it. And it's like a constant tap and a constant reminder. And when I catch it, I humble myself. But sometimes I don't catch it and I go through the day and I'm still confused and I just let it out, or I just hold that in. And I know holding anything in is not great for us all, but I do sometimes, you know what I mean? I don't know how to cope with my feelings all the time, y'all. Like I said, I'm human. We all human, you know? I love you too, brother. Appreciate you, T-Bird. But yeah, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I've just been in a strange headspace, so forgive me if y'all don't see me. It's not that I forgot, in case you new to the channel. I will never forget y'all, man. You know, it takes a lot. Like I said, it takes a lot to even take time to listen to somebody. So I'm really blessed and really humbled that even y'all ones that's trolling and saying nasty things, I love y'all. Y'all can never break me. And I want y'all to know that I really love y'all. And I appreciate those who actually apologize in the chat. It's all love my way either way, if you whether you do or you don't. You know what I mean? I say what I say and I mean what I say. No, I don't feel James. I don't feel like you attacking me, brother. Don't you feel like that? Don't you feel like that? There's nothing wrong with us having a conversation. And there's nothing wrong with us having a conversation, brother, and I love you. T-Bird, I love you too. We're a grown man. We all having conversation. That's all this is. Appreciate you coming back. That's all, brothers. We can have we just having a conversation, and it's a conversation of love, and I don't take nothing nobody say disrespectful, bro. Like I really want y'all to know that we can love each other, bro, and we can have difficult conversations. This is what this is about. I love this, bro. I love this, bro. This is what this is all is about. How do I define that love? I don't know what it is, bro. I've been through a lot. That's all I know. I've been through a lot, and at some point in life, enough is enough. And by the grace of God, I figured that out at an early age. Like I said, I'm 33. I'll be 34. You know, God willing, I still got enough time on this earth. You know what I mean? So when you tired and you been through so much at an early age, bro, all you want is peace. And just shouting it out that I want this peace for each and every one of us. If you join the platform, this is what you gonna get. We gonna laugh, we gonna talk, we gonna go, it's gonna be ups, it's gonna be downs. If you don't see me, don't mean I don't love y'all, don't mean I'm done with this platform. I just took a break. Derrick will be back. That's all it is, bro. At the end of the day. At the end of the day, I got 6 kids to raise. You know what I mean? I'm not lying about nothing I say, bro. I got 6 kids to raise and try to figure out everything. But I'm trying to build something that we can appreciate each other, bro. Like, enough is enough. We all been through a lot, bro. Put religion to the side, put everything to the side, and understand that you've been through a lot. And God, whatever you believe in, has always been there. And the thing I tell people all the time, bro, no matter, and this, like I said, don't matter what you believe in, but don't run to God. Never run to God when you going through something. Always acknowledge God. Always acknowledge Allah. Don't do it when you going through something that's hard times and you need a blessing. Because if you keep doing it that way, all you're gonna get is those lessons. And in those lessons, there are blessings. Understand that, but it's gonna be harder to find those blessings or understand those blessings through the lessons, because that's all you do is ask. And then you can't ask for nothing from Allah and don't think you don't have to put in the work. You still gotta put in the work to the things that you say and do. You still have to put in that work. It's never gonna be easy. I understand that. And I want y'all to understand that if you don't. It's never gonna be easy, bro. It's never gonna be easy. I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And we all are tired and we all exhausted, but guess what? We got each other if we wanted to. Bro, like I said, this is deeper than anything y'all can understand if you don't understand. Like, this right here, it means a lot to me. Like, bro, like, I just want people to understand it. Bro, I just need people to understand, bro, that all we gotta do is have love toward one another. That's it. And it's gonna be hard. You're gonna come upon people. You're gonna come across people and your pathway of showing peace and love or searching for that peace and giving that love. And you're gonna come across people who got so much hate in their life that it's gonna make it difficult it's gonna make it extremely difficult for you to even give them any type of love or peace. But guess what? Give it to them. Keep giving it to them. And watch how quiet they get. Since I've been on this new journey that I've been on, y'all, I came across a lot of people that God been putting, just don't even know these people. Don't even know these people that just been putting little things in my ear. Just like as if they're trying to remind me of something. That's what I've been stumbling across. Like, what do you, like, if you pay attention, everything that you need to understand is there. And sometimes it is hard to seek to understand it. And that's what type of space I'm in right now, y'all. Like, I'm in a space in my life where it's hard for me to understand, like, right now at this moment, like, what is God trying to tell me? What is Allah trying to tell me? Like, you put in certain people in my life, or I come across certain people, and it's like they tell me little jewels, or they give me something. It's like I hear it, I understand it, But I don't completely understand it because I know it's something deeper because the way it's placed a certain type of way. You know what I mean? You know how you go through something. I ain't ignoring you, James. Hold on, I don't want to lose my train of thoughts. Give me a second, brother. You know how you go. You know how you go through something, and you go through something, and it's hard. It's hard. Like you. It's hard to put together this something you going through. You know what I mean? That's the kind of space I'm in right now. Like I hear God, but not completely in a sense because it's like I always been good at trying to figure out stuff and man put together pieces or whatever or the puzzles. But for some reason I'm in a weird space, and you know I know it's something that God is preparing me for. I don't know what it is though. Am I going to cry? No, I don't know. You might see me cry. If you don't want to see that, you might want to go. I'm an ugly crier. What is the love that I'm offering? Um, listen, I'm not offering nothing. I'm just displaying it. I'm not offering nothing. I'm just showing love. And hopefully, with me showing enough love, people will start to get it. That's it. I'm not offering nothing. I don't got nothing to offer nobody. That's crazy. I never heard that one. That's a new one. I ain't gonna lie. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't never think about me. I'm the last person I think about, unfortunately. To be honest with you, I really the last person I think about. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Allah is definitely good to us. Allah work, but Allah is good. Listen, even God loves those who don't believe and understand. And like I said, it's no right or wrong nowhere. People just gotta understand that. Um, God is good. God is good. You know, I didn't want to have no conversation like this, y'all. Like this wasn't what I was looking. I actually was coming on here to look for some advice. Hmm. How does Islam define love? Yeah, he did definitely existed. Just to let people know, in the Quran, Jesus was very much present. In case people think um, us Muslims don't know understand that. Jesus was very present. Unfortunately, you got the wrong person. I have not been in a homeless and rehab shelter. I have not received any services from them, so sorry. But if I did, I would be honest and say I did, but I haven't. You got the wrong person. Listen, y'all, we just got to show each other love, show each other peace. I really, like I said, I really came on here to get some sound advice that I needed. I definitely shout out to T. I don't want to shout out to all of y'all. You know, T Bird. Shout out to T Bird. Shout out to James. Shout out to you too, brother. I love you. Kenny. Shout out to Kenny. Shout out each and every one of y'all, even the ones that show hate. I still love y'all, man. Yeah, y'all in the chat having y'all own conversation. I don't know what y'all talking about. But listen, y'all, I appreciate those who tapped in and actually, you know, gave me some sound advice. You know, like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tapping in. I really do. Alrighty. Y'all tripping. I think some of y'all that don't say nothing that's here, just like what people be saying in the comment section, y'all funny though. Y'all, some of y'all here just like, yeah, I hear you, Derek, but let's look at what they're talking about. Listen, people don't know. Listen, hey, if you don't know, you don't know. But I do want to say, for those who don't understand or never read the Holy Quran ever, that Jesus was very real, very present. Now, difference is that Jesus wasn't God. Jesus was a messenger. That's what people got to understand. And Jesus himself said it, but people just don't listen. People just don't listen, and it's fine. We don't all listen sometimes. And like I said, it's not about, I don't want to make this a thing, y'all. This is all love and respect one another belief system. Believe in what you believe. You want to show hate, show hate. If you want to believe, you want to believe. But that's what this is all about. It's about showing love, y'all. I care less about anyone opinion about who I worship, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't either, most definitely. But at the end of the day, we all gonna find out the truth, right? Because I could be right, you could be right. The next person, whatever they believe in, could be right. It really don't matter. You know what I mean? It's what we at the end of the day. Just listen to this concept, and then we can stop talking about this. But at the end of the day, we don't really know. All we know for sure, is that God is real. That's it. Believe in what you believe in. But at the end of the day, we all going to find out when it's time. And guess what? I think a lot of us is just clueless. I think a lot of us don't know. See, a lot of people, a lot of us, James, are searching for a feeling, something that we can relate to, something that makes sense to us. Does not mean I'm right, you right, or anybody else is right. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't. We don't want to, Pastor, we don't ain't attacking Jay, but I'm just want this brother to understand that at the end of the day, brothers and sisters, at the end of the day, we really don't know. We know God is real, very present, but we really don't know. And it's just bits and pieces, because if you read the Quran and you read the Holy Bible, it all have something in common. All of it is alike one another, just twisted and turned a different type of way. But believe what you believe in, brother. All I want, you know what I mean? Like, that's all I want people to understand. Is just believe in what you believe in, love God however you want to love God, because I truly feel like God knows that we just don't know. We just don't know. And at the end of the day, whether you right, I'm right, or anybody else is right, God is going to accept us because we don't know no better. And all he asks for us is to worship him, not how to. See, man said how to. God, something that we can't see, but we feel, said worship. He never said how to worship. I'm just saying, the Quran say worship this way, the Bible say worship that way. But at the end of the day, it's all linked in one. And if you worshiping and understanding God is real, whether you believe in whatever you believe in, that's all that matters. What we need to be focused on, no. Because I can say the same thing. I could say, Allah say this, do this. Allah say do that. In the Bible, it says do this and do that. And we can question this all day long. It's like this conversation can go all day. Like, I can say one thing, hit you, you will hit me with another. I say another one. Somebody in the chat will say something, follow. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we don't know. That's what I need people to understand, too. So that's why I say you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge nobody who remotely even still got any type of belief. It's nothing wrong with helping somebody and guiding somebody. But if you don't believe in nothing, that's the scary person. That's the person you should fear, like, should question them. You don't believe in nothing? I remember meeting this gentleman that I worked with, true story, and he swore up and down he was an atheist. He didn't believe in God and that. This is a true, I'm not lying to y'all. This is a true story. I met this dude. He got to explain, now I'm not the smartest, brightest, scientific type of dude. You know what I mean? He got telling me about the atoms busting together, create the world, all this and that, this and that, this and that, right? And then I was like, well, give me a story of something you went through. And he went through, he gave it to me. We was having this conversation like humans, not tearing each other down. He wasn't tearing my beliefs down. We was hearing each other out. This is what we need to do. And he was telling me his story. He like, well, I went through this right here, but this right here. But ain't no God saving me. Ain't nobody came and saved me. And I said, how you get through it? How you get through whatever you was going through, brother? Well, it's just luck. It's just this. It's just that. So you mean to tell me you went through this most dramatic shiznit I can think of? And you want to tell me your luck got you through it or whatever. You believe in luck, but you don't believe in God. Well, did luck help you get through this? Did luck make your life make sense like this? Did luck do this? Did luck do that? And I will say by the time we got done talking, and by the time I was, I was leaving that job, and, I put in my 2 weeks, and he came up to me, and he thanked me. And he was like, Derrick, I want to thank you. And I was a Christian at the time. I want to thank you because you really was honest with me. You really, changed my understanding, like man, all this and that. He said what he said. And don't thank me, bro. Thank God. I was just here to tell you that what you understood, what you was trying to, didn't make no sense, bro. It don't. It don't. The reason that you don't feel what you feel, or you still searching because you keep saying that what God didn't do for you. You keep saying what Allah didn't do for you. But you never really looked hard enough to see what he did for you. What God did for you. You never looked, because without God, you wouldn't got through that. Without God, you wouldn't. That's why I say it doesn't matter what we believe in, because at the end of the day, God is there. Allah, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you believe in, at the end of the day, God is there. And God know we ignorant. You know we ignorant. That's why I truly feel like unless you like took somebody's life, like you was trying to play God or something, your sins and all this, or you weren't doing no, nasty work, y'all know what I mean? I'm not going into that. You're forgiven because you don't know no better. You don't know no better. No, God ain't never. What do you mean by make himself like God? This is what I'm keep telling y'all. This is why I keep telling. No matter what you believe, whether Jesus, like, bro, at the end of the day, God never will. I'm not understanding that. Okay, let's just say this: the Quran don't have multiple books. There's only one Quran. The Bible does have multiple. I'm just saying. It's only the Quran, never been touched, never been changed by men, none of that. And, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand that. If you read the Quran, there's only one Quran. It's only written one way, not multiple ways. And like I said, we ain't. Yeah, but it's multiple of the Bible though. You know what I mean? There's no multiple of the Quran at all. The Holy Quran is the Holy Quran. That's what it is. It don't change. Never changed. Let me ask y'all a question, then I'm gonna get out of here. And this go with all love and respect. I love each and every one of y'all once again. Listen, okay. What is the movie? No, it never changed. You have to show me that. I ain't never seen it. Why should my children listen and respect me? Let's answer that. let's answer that. Why should my children listen and respect me? First of all, I truly believe that respect is earned. This is my belief system. I truly believe respect is earned. I really believe that, and I just had this conversation. It's crazy that you said this, James. Um, and I just had this conversation, and I always have conversations with my kids, even if they don't understand exactly what I'm saying, because I believe in repeating something over and over again, and eventually you'll get it. So one, I really feel like respect is earned, even if they're your child. You still have to give that respect. Far as listen to me, I tell my children to. I never tell nobody to listen to me. I don't care who you is. Because at the end of the day, my way, just because I went this way or did that, doesn't mean that that same method or the same thing will happen for you the way that it happened for me. Because if I tell you that, I'll be lying. I never will tell my children that. But I will say, I believe allowing your children to make their own, to give them, not, it's a weird question, because I want you to really understand this. I would never, I want them to make their, especially a certain age. I ain't gonna get into it as deep because I do certain things at a certain age, but I want them to make their own decisions, but understand that, like we've been all told, that I would never tell you nothing that would not jeopardize or hurt you. As far as the respect thing, that's earned. That's earned from, I don't care. Like, I don't believe in, because if it has to be earned. You know what I mean? Because it's people, yeah, we just gonna leave it like that. That's what I'm saying. James, I don't tell my children to respect me. Hassan. Nah, it's all good. We love everybody. Hey, I remember you, Mr. Joke Man. You was cracking jokes on me, Hassan. I love you though, brother. You came back. So I know you love me. I love you too, brother. I don't forget nobody's name, especially those who crack jokes. Nah, I love y'all, man. For real, for real. Like I say, man, I don't take this for granted. None of this. I'm gonna always do this, no matter where this thing take me. I want y'all to understand that, like, bro, you don't gotta do too much. It's just about having real conversations. That's it. And it's gonna be uncomfortable, and it's gonna be comfortable. You know what I mean? One day, me and James gonna have a conversation, and we're gonna agree on something. You know what I mean? Uh, that's the same thing in the Quran. Your children's supposed to. That's what I'm saying, brother. Like you have to understand that it's a lot that is the same. And if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. It's the same thing. That's in the Quran, Holy Quran. We supposed to respect our parents too. You know what I mean? So, but that's why I said what I believe. If you paid attention, everything I said is what I believe. This is my belief system. Therefore, it's not the truth. I never will say anything that's the truth. I would never come on here and say, unless I, like I said, unless the only thing I can say was the truth is that I talked to Snoop Dogg. The truth is that I talked to someone that's on the Death Row Records team. That is the truth. I can tell you that because I did that, and that's what it is. But far as me giving some advice or whatever, you would never hear me say this is the truth. But what I would say is this is something that helped me, and hopefully it will help you. Now, I'm not saying follow everything. I'm saying listen, and you might find something that makes sense. That's all it's about. Do I believe Tupac is the best rapper that ever graced hip hop? Tupac is a legend. You know what I mean? That's all I say is that Pac is a legend. You know what I mean? We got many more people who were legends, so we can go down the list. That's all we can say is like they was legends. They was dope artists. I respect his work. I respect Biggie work. I respect all of their work, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It ain't like none of the music that's here now is horrible. Yeah, but we don't have to say that though, brother. That's why I'm saying that's why, and this is why I told the story of the boy, the man who told me about the science, about things colliding and boof, it was real. This is why I said that, because it's not science. There's no scientific. God created, and it was it. That would whatever God said was. That's what it was. That's what all. If you know, you know. That's what I'm saying. There is no point of us doing that, because at the end of the day, you're gonna believe in what you believe in. I'm gonna believe what I believe in. Like, you know what I mean? No, there is no science. There is, but the word science in itself was created by man. The word science was created by man. That's all I want to say. The word itself was created by a man. So there is no scientific nothing, because there is no science to God. But we don't want to do that. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't. But how do we escape the programming, and what do we do when we get there? Just understand that God is real. Just understand that God is real. Because no matter how much you reject God, God is gonna be there. You could be like I said, the atheist story. If you just tapped in, no matter how much you reject God, God is gonna force Himself to be there. You can reject all you want, even the ugliest of the ugliest people. The objective of it all, and this is my feeling and belief. This is what I'm just making that clear. What I believe that God gave on my heart. This is what I believe is the whole entire objective of believing or understanding God is to show love, kindness, and be a good person, just to sum it up. That's it. And understand that He's real. Rather, it doesn't matter how you worship God. God just want to know that He's there. That's it. It's that simple. But we men make it difficult with scientific stuff. With, oh, what about this? What about that? No. What about God? What about God? Understand that God is real. What about that? Is that hard to understand and wrap around our heads? It's that simple. I really feel, this is what I feel. I really feel like it's that simple. I really feel like it's that simple. The problem is that we just don't listen. I really feel like it's that simple. I really do. My bad, check the audio. I really feel like it's that simple. The problem is that we don't listen and we believe in what we believe in. And that's okay because God loves us either way. Even those who fail to understand or believe. Why don't we as let me say, hold on. I don't know who you talking about, brother. Who you beating up? No, we ain't beating up nobody. You talking beating up me? That's fine. If that's what you talking about. Why do we as humans spend each moment trying to talk to God? Why do I'm not understanding your question, D-bot, or whatever what do you mean? Um, I don't know what he talking about. He threw me off. Oh yeah. Yes, you do. And if you don't think you do, it's gonna come at a time where you're forced to. I don't know how old you is, the bot, or if you real or whatever this is, but that's the question. Because God is going to force his way upon you, on you, however you wanna, you know what I mean? Who you talking about me? I'm not who you talking about. What my IP address is a mystery. Who you talking about? I don't know who you talking about. But God is gonna force his way on you. How old are you? If you don't mind me asking. That's a fact. I like that. You see that? Forgive my ignorance, brother. But I don't really understand how to pronounce your name, unfortunately. But the teachings hold on, let's read that. Let's read what he said. Belief is easy. The real measure is whether you practice the teaching of your religion in your daily life. That's a fact. It's once again, you very right, brother. It's not about what you do practice and how you practice. It's about do you, and that's a fact. Do you? Are you letting God know that you know that he's present in your life? That's it. Everything is solved. Everything. Everything. Promise you. There's no right and wrong answer, y'all. See, as human beings, the problem is that we just can't believe something without trying to figure out or make sense of the something that we believe in. That's what we focus on. The science, the books, the this. No, believe that God is real. Believe that God is present. That's all you need. It's the understanding that God is real and very present in your life. And understand or figure out how to listen. That's it. Are you 40? Okay. Well, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Um, just keep listening. You'll find out. You'll find out. you definitely will definitely find out. All you gotta do is keep listening, baby. Yeah, you will hear. You will hear. Yeah, it'll be very loud when it do happen. That's a fact. I don't know who you talking about, but I love you, brother, and be careful, okay? Be careful. Listen, that's crazy. That just threw me off. But listen, because that's funny. People say the craziest things. But listen, I always gonna end my lives off like this. No matter where you at, where you from, no matter not where you at, but no matter that really threw me off, though. That was funny. I like that. No matter where I'm at, you know what I mean, where this platform may take me in the future, whether it's on TV or wherever. Understand this, y'all. I'm always gonna say this no matter where I'm at. Because I understand how much we need to hear this, okay? But I really do. I really understand this. But if nobody told y'all today, I want to be the first one to tell y'all is that I love each and every one of y'all. Even the ones that should been showing hate. I love you. Y'all not have a nice day, night, morning, whatever time zone y'all live in or whatever. You may see this later. But understand that I love y'all and y'all all have a place here. And I'll be back. See, I'm tired. And I'll be back very, very soon. All right? I love y'all. And thank you for tapping in. And I don't take none of this for granted, okay? James, the bot, everyone, y'all, Big T, James, all y'all. I love y'all, okay? Shout out to y'all. Y'all have a nice night. Love y'all.